Hey guys, I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. And I'm also naked too. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But first thing I want to talk about is how we ended up the last episode. I ended up breeding a male vanilla equus with a female arcology equus, and I pretty much posed the question to you guys, what's the baby gonna be? And for those of you that said a vanilla equus, you'd actually be wrong. Yeah, so not only did we get an arcology equus, we ended up getting twins, and they ended up being a male and a female. And with having the better breeding mod on here, we basically got our perfect male and perfect female straight away, which was absolutely awesome. And I was really interested that they were twins, but they ended up with different colors, which I found really, really interesting, right? But kind of looking over their stats to begin with, their stats are pretty good. I mean, we have 2325 in health, which is 46 points, 2800 stam, which is 40 points, 637 in weight, which is 41 points, and 276 melee, which is 31 points. And at this point, I would say, yeah, the melee is really the only stat that we're looking to improve, but I went ahead and bred those up, and lo and behold, we ended up with a mutation. So let me introduce you guys to Neapolitan. Yeah, Neapolitan ended up with a pink-colored mutation, and the first thing that I saw was, oh my god, what is that ice cream called that does, like, the vanilla and the chocolate and the strawberry, I'm pretty sure, and yeah, guys, it's called a Neapolitan. And funny story, when I was a kid, I always got Neapolitan and Napoleon confused. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Neapolitan ice cream. I think it is because of this. I feel like probably some point in my childhood, I probably said, I want the Napoleon ice cream, and probably scarred me for life, if I'm going to be honest. But I am not really a huge fan of chocolate ice cream anyways. But this is Neapolitan, and Neapolitan looks absolutely sick, if I'm going to be honest. That pink is so interesting. But yeah, guys, it ended up with a health mutation. So this is kind of what we're looking at. Now, it's not going to be 100% accurate because I have put a couple levels into health, but we are currently looking at 3252 in health, which is 46 points, plus the 2 points for the mutation, plus 5 leveled points. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, 2800 in stam, which is the 40 points, 764 in weight, which is 41 points, and 331 melee, which is 31 points. And that, of course, is with the 100% imprint, and I like them. I know it's getting a little bit dark, so it's a little tough to see, but you guys will see in the morning, that pink really, really pops, and I think the colors just speak for itself. It's a Neapolitan equus. So this is going to be the equus that we're going to be riding and everything, but I do want to mention that I did end up giving this equus a name, and I don't know why, and it might be because of the saddle skin that we put on it and everything, and just the colors. I don't know. I got gladiator vibes from this. I don't know, so I decided to name it Maximus. And honestly, I feel like Maximus is a horse's name. Like, I feel like, it's not like I'm around horses a lot or anything, but I feel like if I've ever heard on TV horse documentary, whatever, I don't know. I feel like I've heard that name Maximus for horses, so I think the name fits pretty well. But anyways, why the heck am I naked? And that is because, guys, I've done a lot of work between the episodes. I mentioned that I was going to go ahead and put the feeding trough down. I did end up adding a skin on here, which kind of makes it look like there's berries and stuff in there, just to make it a little more lively. Unfortunately, I haven't went ahead and gotten myself the visual storage things that I wanted to talk about here. Whether they're going to go here or here, I'm not entirely sure, but most of the work that I've done, guys, is on the inside of the base. The only thing I've done out here is I've went ahead and added the repair anvil here. I actually took it from the boat because honestly, I think the boat's going to be docked for a little while, and yeah, eventually we'll make another repair anvil for the boats, but all the work has kind of been done on the inside here, and let's kind of go over this. So I went ahead, and whoever left me this comment, thank you. I apologize. I cannot remember your name, but I kept getting a comment saying, hey, use the training dummies. They will act as your mannequins until the mannequin loadout comes along. And, well, I gave it a shot. And long story short, I pretty much have enough mannequins for pretty much every single piece of armor in this game. Now, I will admit, guys, I am missing one. I totally forgot about the aberration hazard gear stuff, so we don't have a dummy for that, but we do have enough space here where we could move one guy over and put another dummy here. But kind of the idea is we start at the beginning here with cloth, and then, of course, we have our hide here. We also have our pelt, our fur armor. If you guys are curious where we got the pelt, I did go ahead and kill the other equises that we kind of had here that were going to be just wasted space here at the base. That gave us enough pelt to make full pelt. I did go ahead and make full desert cloth armor. This, of course, in this area, we do have a ton of silk, so I was able to make that very easily. And then I went also ahead and made full ghillie. If you guys are wondering where I got the organic poly, I ended up going nearish the volcano and killing a total of 2. I think there were 2 level 25 mantises, which gave us enough organic poly in order to make the whole outfit. Now, it is getting dark here, but each of the outfits is colored to the channel colors and everything, except for ghillie. Yeah, doing ghillie was just such a pain with the colors, and they were coming out really bad, so I kind of just scrapped it and just made a full clean set and everything. So we have a full clean set. The idea is that when we're getting ready for the episode, when we're getting ready for the morning to kind of figure out what we're going to do, we can go ahead and get dressed. That's kind of the idea, and I kind of like this, and it at least kind of gives us an idea of the progression that we've went in this series, right? Now, on top of that, you guys might also have noticed inside of my inventory, I went ahead and made myself a long neck. I also went ahead and made the sickle, and I went ahead and made the shovel. At this point, we are all primitive metal. I do have a question for you guys that I did want to pose, talking about the upgrade station and everything. Do we want to put limits on me upgrading my stuff, or are we just going to say, you know what, screw it, go nuts, who the heck cares at this point? I'm a little more hesitant with the long neck, but I'm more thinking about the hatchet, the pick. I always get the pick and the pike confused. The sickle, kind of gathering weapons and stuff like that. I feel like with those, we should just go straight to Ascended. I don't know. That's just my thought process, but I'm curious what you guys think. Long neck will probably do kind of like a staggered thing because, of course, we can, if we go to Ascendant straight away, that's going to be absolutely nuts, in my opinion. But I'm curious. Let me know your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll kind of start that up the next episode, whether we are going to go full or not. Now, when it comes with the armor, guys, I am kind of thinking of kind of rocking the cloth armor until we get that fully maxed out. Once we have that fully maxed out, then we're going to move over to hide. And with hide, we're going to fully max it out. And then once we get hide maxed out, we're going to move over to fur and rinse and repeat. And I think that's going to be pretty cool to, long story short, have fully maxed out gear. Now, the one thing I'm not too much of a fan of with this is, unlike the loadout mannequin, I have to take everything off of the dummy first and then transfer it onto my character, which I'm having a hard time to do, as you guys could tell. So it's a few extra buttons. It is what it is, no big deal. But yeah, that's the only, not gripe, but I mean, it's great that we actually had that set up and everything. But yeah, would have liked it if I was able to kind of do it just like the mannequin where I can just pull everything off. But it is what it is, no big deal. With the hat, I feel like we look like a pirate, if I'm going to be honest. Now, getting into today's episode, guys, because of doing all that work between the episode, and I know this intro is very long, I apologize, guys, we're at level 40. Yeah, I did end up getting a couple of levels. Now, I will mention that at the end of the episode, I forgot to show off that we did get 3 levels additionally when building this stuff that I just forgot to level. So I think that put us up to 37. Then going ahead and making all the stuff got us to level 40. So that is where we're currently sitting at. Very long intro and everything, guys. But I have looked around the Highlands here, and I found something kind of incredible. I think you guys are going to be like, what? Oh my God, that's so crazy. So let me get over to it. I'm really excited to show it off to you guys. But if you find yourself enjoying this one, take a second, make sure to hit that like button. On top of that, if you guys are enjoying the series so far, you're excited to see more here on the total forever ARK series. I was about to call it the Ragnarok series because pretty much that's kind of sounding like what it is right now. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Really appreciate it. You guys have been killing it so far. We're roughly about 10,400 subscribers. Absolutely crazy, guys. Thank you, honestly, for all your support. It's really, really awesome. I'm going to take a quick little trip over here because I noticed that my water jar isn't fully filled, and then I will head over to the surprise and show that off to you. I'm excited. I think you guys will be too. It's a 150 Equus, guys. You guys are so pissed at me right now. I spotted this when I was kind of going around, and I'm like, oh, they are not going to be happy. But, guys, it's a 150. We have to tame it. Here we go. This is how we're going to start out the episode. I promise, though, this is not going to be another Equus episode. I do have plans for this one. This is the only mini surprise I wanted to show off. There is one more. I can promise you 100%. It has nothing to do with Equises, unicorns, nothing of the sort. But I got to get this. It's a 150, right? So let's get this started here. And let's see if we're having the issue. We are not. So, yeah. Let me finish this up. We'll check out its stats, and then we will go from there, guys. And there we go. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Come on, give me like 50 points in melee. Give me something good. 36. All right, so we ended up with 1915 in health, which is 37 points, 2912, which is 42 points, 602 in weight, which is 36 points, and 303 melee, which is 36. Now, 36 is better than 31, so we're definitely improving in the melee department, but nah, not too happy about that. But it is what it is. I'll go ahead and breed this after the episode here. Neapolitan only has 40 points into stamina. You have 42, don't you? Okay, so we are going to be getting an increase in stamina, and we're going to be getting an increase in melee. Not too shabby. Let's get the 150 back to base. I'm not going to show off the other surprise right now. I'll let you guys know. I found some more ovises. Unfortunately, I haven't found a kid, though. So here's the gist. Today's episode, guys, because we're level 40, why did it look like it just fell from the sky? Because we are level 40, we're going to go for a flyer today. I want to get myself a couple Pteranodons and then possibly do some breeding either during the episode or after the episode. We'll have to see what happens with time constraints and all that. But I think it might be better for us to go out first, find our Pteranodons, knock them out, and then go get the raw mutton, possibly. Because if you guys remember, we found the Arkology one, which is a level 60. It was kind of by itself. And then I also ended up finding a vanilla male and a vanilla female ovis. So I would rather keep the vanilla ones around because it's both a male and a female, and then we can get to breeding once we go ahead and get ourselves some veggie cakes. But yeah, that 60 might be a goner. Now, one thing I'm going to need, and probably what we should do right now, is go ahead and make a couple of these. We got 112 narcotics going. We're definitely going to get a level or two here by doing that. I got to say, even at 0.5 XP, narcotic is crazy. Crazy, crazy. You level like... Is it following me? No, it's not. Okay, I did whistle. Okay. I was second guessing there for a second, but yeah, narcotic, just, you go nuts. Honestly, the amount of XP you get, even at 0.5, is absolutely crazy. Now, when it comes to the Pteranodons, we're on Ragnarok. There's a million of them around. That's a 145 straight away. I'm looking for possibly 150s. And then if we can't find them, then we kind of backtrack to 145s and kind of go from there. And that's another female Arkology. Okay. You know what? If this next one is an Arkology male, 145, I'm good. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Another female? Okay. Whoever this male's going to be, this one's going to be a lucky guy. I can't see right now. That's going to be a bit concerning, especially with bison in the area. Now, is that the other female that we saw before the 145? That's a male. That's a 95, though. I'm kind of wondering No, let's find the male first. I was going to say, maybe we just start knocking out the females. But no, let's find the male first. If it's really 3 145 females, yeah, let's focus on the male first. Let's get him knocked out. Then we can get the females knocked out. Then we can get the mutton. Then we can go ahead and get this guy. But yeah, look how many Pteranodons. I mean, it's just a lot, you know? 95, 20. And it's just in this area, you know? That might be a 145. Let's see. Is that the same one? It's a 20, and it's a female. I don't think that's the same one. I thought another one might have dropped down over here. There's one over here. It's behind. It's a 55? Okay. I'll check it again since we're right here. Yeah, 55. Okay. And it's another female. Okay. Now, if you guys are curious, these are the flowers you're looking for if you want silk. Just use your sickle on it, and then you're good to go. But yeah, let's see here. I'm also thinking if we go ahead and increase our metal tools and stuff all the way up to Ascendant, it's going to make it that much easier to tame up the Drakelings. So that's another reason why I'm thinking about it, because I would love to have a Drakeling in my life. I'm sick of seeing the the little frozen bar at the bottom. Let's see. Are you going to be a 145? You're a 145 female. You've got to be kidding me. There's another one. You're a 90 female. Okay. Where are the males? What is this, Jurassic Park? Wait, Jurassic Park was all males, right? Yes, it was all males. That's right. Because they weren't supposed to be able to lay any eggs, but apparently the raptors were able to. If I'm spoiling this for you guys, I apologize. The movie's been out for like 50 years. Like, sorry. But yeah, I remember it was like they were all males, so they weren't able to reproduce. But apparently, with a certain frog DNA that they put in a certain environment, the males can become females to prolong the species. Like, it's really, really cool. I don't know if that's true or not. If there is a frog that does that, that is insane. You know what I mean? Like, that's really cool. Yeah, no, these are all... I don't know. I don't know if that was just part of Hollywood magic and just trying to thicken the plot. But if that is true, that's cool. That's actually really cool. That's really crazy of having that kind of mutation, you know? But anyways, let's see if we can find some. These raptors are still hanging out over here. They're starting to spread out, too. You know what? Do we want to check out our kick is pretty good at this point. I feel pretty confident going after these one at a time just to kind of knock them out and get them out of the area. Yeah, look at that. Done. All right. Neapolitan the Destroyer over here. All right, there's another raptor down there. Let's see if we can pull you in. Come on. There we go. Let's get you out of here. And we're also going to go ahead and put that level into Fortitude. And it's still not enough. Damn it. I mean, I know we're wearing cloth armor and everything. I'll probably go ahead back to base and switch that to the hide or the come on. There we go. Kill you off. And there we go. Cool. I think it would be kind of cool to kind of progress the series like that, but that might be a little unrealistic to pull that off because it's going to be pretty tough here for the first few episodes until we max out this armor. Plus, on top of that, we may max out the cloth armor and we're still freaking cold. So, yeah, maybe we should just go ahead and play this smart and just bring stuff with us that we think we're going to need. Like, if I'm heading to the desert, it makes sense to bring the ghillie and the desert cloth. If we're heading to the snow, then obviously bring the fur, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe that's how we play this. Like I said, it's kind of like getting dressed in the mornings. Uh-oh. There's more equises. Okay, they're not good levels, thank God. Yeah, there's an alpha bison. That's got to be insane, the alpha bison. Oh, man. I love that the Arkology went ahead and just added all these different... Male 145. Hey, you know what? It's a normal Pteranodon. I don't care. I don't care. We are good to go. Once this thing lands, we'll get started here. Okay, let's go ahead and get... Okay, oh God, it's actually about to land. It's by the bison. That's the issue. But it's okay. All right, we'll pull over 100. We'll probably make... Oh, I'm like about to die. Okay, no. Let's head back to base first. Let's get better armor. At least we can go ahead and start knocking out the females when we come back. Yeah, okay. I also have to see if we have any trank arrows, because now that I think about it, I don't think we have any, which is really, really crazy. But let me get back to base. Let me get some better armor, and then we'll go ahead and start knocking out these Pteranodon. Huh. Okay. We ended up with a little red aura around us. Oh. Craft 25 trank arrows. Tame one of the following: Bulb Dog, Featherlight, Iguanodon, Jerboa, or Parasaur, and then a Baryonyx, Carno, Dire Bear, Dire Wolf, or Terror Bird. Okay, even though we started this line, yeah, I don't think we're going to do it. I think we are going to go this line here. I just need to craft 100 arrows and then 25 thatch structures. We'll probably go ahead and do that kind of maybe while we're waiting for the Pteranodon. I don't really know. There is a Pteranodon right here. Is this one of the 145s? This is. Okay. Let's go ahead and knock you out first then. And I think we're going to use the bow and arrow, actually, which is kind of surprising. But these guys, it takes like no time for them to knock out. So let's get some trank arrows going here. We got a total of 25. Gonna make sure I do a total of 2 shots, and you're out. Perfect. Okay. Give me those arrows back. Let's kind of get an idea of your pre-tame stats. So 26, 25, 25, 22. Okay, sounds good. Not going to go too crazy with that kind of stuff because, like, you know, I don't know. I just never really see the point in looking over the pre-tames. Maybe when we're starting to... What's the right word? I'm not finite. That's not the right word. But, like... specialize in certain stats, I guess. Maybe that's going to be a different story. Okay, that's a 95, so no. Oh, tell me that blue one is one of them. There's actually 2 blue ones. You're a 145 female. You're another one. Okay. I guess you're on the table for us. Oh my God, you're like all blue. Okay. Now, I hope this doesn't cause the other ones to run off. All right, you're out. It did not, but you're a 20. The blue out there is a 145 female, and that's a 140 male. Huh. And then we saw 145, didn't we? 145 male, so it's you. Okay. All right, so you're the other female, and there's probably more females if I'm going to be honest, but... let's get you knocked out. All right, you're good to go. The biggest worry I have over here is that alpha bison, wherever that thing is. Is that our 145 male up there? It is. Okay, so we just got to wait for this guy to land. And while we're at it... let's make sure we got all these people on here. Okay, so you here. You here. You there. Okay. And then I guess we'll take a look, too. If there's any other 145 females around, I feel like we saw more, if I'm going to be honest. Definitely one of these has to be a 145, right? You're a 20. You're a 145 female. We did see another female. I was going to say. Now, what about you? 20. Okay. So we have a 20, a 20, another 145 female. We're definitely going to get our hands on that one, too. I mean, why not at this point? Let's get ridiculous with this. Oh, no. I think our male Pteranodon landed. But I was too busy looking around. That's not him out there. That's an archaeology one. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? This might be him. That's him. Okay. Make sure we got enough bolas left to pull this off. 274 and 274, and you're out. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's go for that last one. And then I think we could actually pull this off just by using prime meat, right? But I think we would have to give them berries in order to pull it off, right? So I think it's just easy. Nope, that's the 140. Uh-oh. Where's the 145? Is that you out there? No. Where is that 145? That's not you. That's a 20. Is it you? You all the way out here? No way. No. 55. Is it you? 140? No. No, we definitely saw another 145. Where? Oh, it probably... That's probably it right there. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I got really close to those bison. No, 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 no. Okay, good. The problem is there's just so many bison up here. Like, look. Oh, it's right there next to that bison. That's it. The female 145. Okay. I mean, I could technically throw the bola at it from a distance. Oh, actually. There we go. Let's do it this way. Let's go around this side. All right, that's fine. Whoa, wait. Why is this bison coming? No. What happened? Why? Shoot. Okay. Where's the Pteranodon? Is he out? Oh, okay. Apparently it only needs one shot to knock him out. Okay. I don't know what I did to these buffalo to piss them off. All right, hopefully they'll be okay when we get back. But yeah, at this point, I think we need to go ahead and try to get ourselves... Are they still coming after me? No. Yeah, I don't know how close I got to them. Interesting. All right, let's just see Tames in progress. We should see another 2 on here, right? Yep, there we go. Look at all of these guys. So crazy. Okay. Is it... No, it's just Psycho. Okay. All right. Well, let's go get our mutton. All right, guys, so false alarm. We're going to be changing our plans here a bit. With the Pteranodons, we are going to be using prime meat to tame them because I ended up looking on Dodo decks, and even if we use mutton on these guys, The 145 specifically will always lose a level unless we use kibble, of course, which we don't have access to. So it's a little bit easier using the prime meat, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We are going to need a little more prime meat than we would with mutton, but at the end of the day, it's going to make things a little bit easier for us. And on top of that, too, kind of this whole plan is that we're getting Pteranodons now. We're going to do some breeding, imprinting, get ourselves a good Pteranodon, and then eventually we're going to be using this Pteranodon to get ourselves a Griffin in the next few episodes, right? So that was kind of the plan. And I also thought about it and realized if we use the mutton now, we're not going to be able to use it for the Griffin. And I would rather use the mutton on the Griffin because it's going to end up being better at the end of the day. You guys know what I mean? So now we're doing a race against time here to get enough prime meat in order to pull this off. And as we all know, Pteranodons are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should tame straight away. There we go. Cool. Okay, so the first one is done. Cool. I'm going to leave you here. Okay, you got some pretty good... You know what, actually? You're going to follow me. We're going to have all the Pteranodons following. Now, I don't think we have enough to be able to pull this off, but I do want to get the ones that are getting close to waking up. I want to get them taken care of right now, because I think we have enough prime meat in order to pull them off. Then we'll have to go ahead, kill another kid or two in order to get enough prime meat for the other Pteranodon. So yeah, let's get this one here. This one's getting kind of close. I want to make sure bison don't get in the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. You should be good. We're just going to throw it all onto me. And there we go. Another Pteranodon is tamed. We'll go ahead and look at the stats here in a little bit, but right away I see 42 points into melee and 38 points into stam. Not too shabby. Okay, let's continue here. Neapolitan, let me get on the back of you, and let's see who is next. You over here. You're definitely next. Now, like I said, we're going to have to find another kid to kill. We do have a trike here. Trikes are beefy, though. I don't know if I want to really go after a trike. I'd rather go after, like... Oh, they're right here. No! Okay, of course the bison are right there, right? Why would they not be there? Why would they not literally go straight into the thing I'm looking to tame? Oh, that's annoying. All right, I guess in the meantime, we could look around. There's a Phiomia down there. That's actually perfect. Okay, they're turning. So you know what? We're going to go this way. I'm going to drop off right here. And I think we'll be okay. Oh, God. They're turning back. They're turning back. They're turning back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go, 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 go. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Okay, you know what? I need everything. Okay, Pteranodon is tamed. Perfect. Get over this way. Get up in the air. I don't care what stats you have right now. Let's just get these other ones out of the way. Okay, so we got a Pteranodon here. We got a Pteranodon down there, and then that's it. Okay, cool. Okay, once we get this one, do we have 6? I have 7. Okay, perfect. All right, we can get you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You're not ready? Wow. Okay. Interesting. Oh, there we go. All right, everybody follow me, crooked neck and all. You know what I actually find interesting? All the regular Pteranodons, sorry, all the Arkology Pteranodons when they woke up didn't have the crooked neck. The vanilla one did. That's interesting. That's a little different. You know what we're going to do here, guys? This is going to be kind of crazy, but I think this is going to work out. it's 140. Okay. Okay, screw it. Yeah. Just go. Everybody go in on that. All right, everybody passive now. So I can kill the kid. There we go. And I'm going to chop the kid up. Out of context, that sounds really bad. All right, let's get that hide. And then let's get this final Pteranodon. Okay, everybody follow. I'm just watching the bison go towards it again. All right. Well, we got plenty of prime at this point. I'll also have to kind of do a little bit of research between the episodes about the griffins. And I'm going to assume that we would get a perfect tame using mutton, right? And we would lose a couple of levels using the prime meat. That's kind of what I'm going to assume. Oh, God, these guys are so squirrely. Oh, man. Okay. All right. They're all following Neapolitans. That's actually good. That's exactly what I wanted. I want you following them. And I'm just going to do my thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. Let me do my thing. Why do I feel like I heard... Okay, no. It's like, why do I feel like I'm hearing bison? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. Now, if we hang out right here, once it tames... we'll be good to go. Perfect. All right, let's go. All right, there is all of our Pteranodons. Crazy. Like I said, this male Pteranodon is one lucky guy. You got like 5 to work with here. All right, guys, let me get back to base. I'm going to go ahead and do some breeding and everything. I think what I'll do is I'll just bring you guys back when we have the perfect male and the perfect female. We'll kind of go over the stats. You know what? I might even just bring you back when I have the final product, and we'll kind of go over everything then. I think that's just going to work out a little bit better for us. So, regardless, I'll see you guys in a little bit. And there we go, guys. After a little bit of breeding, we finally got our Pteranodon. And I gotta say, colors-wise, I absolutely love this thing. It's pretty intriguing. These arcology creatures use so many color regions. It's so crazy. But I love the kind of purple and green combo, along with like the inside of the wings too. It's kind of crazy that the inside of the wing design is a completely separate region on these. And yeah, looks absolutely sick. I don't have a name for it yet. If you guys have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. I'd be really interested to see what you guys are thinking. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the stats here. So we are looking at 1939 in health. That is 40 points. 457 stam, that is 41 points, 247 in weight, that is 36 points, and 403 melee, that is 42 points. I will say the weight stat not looking so great, but at the same time, okay, no big deal. You know, we'll get better in the future. But let's have a quick little drive with this guy, a little test drive, and see. We are currently level 41. We do have a total of 2 levels. By the way, guys, all the other Pteranodons, I did end up using admin commands to kill. Like I mentioned before, I don't want to go ahead and kill them on my own because I'll just get a ton of XP, even at 0.5, which is what we're currently at. That is a green with a ring around it in the background, so I think we're actually going to head back in this direction. On top of that, too, we're actually pretty heavy right now. So I'm going to go ahead and lighten the load here a little bit. I have went ahead and started to breed the equises. I don't have the perfect one yet. They're kind of in the middle of breeding at this point. So I will show that off in the next episode. I want to also go ahead and just take out all this here. We'll put everything onto splatter, because I don't think we're going to need any of this stuff right now. I will take that just in case. But yeah, let's go ahead. And yeah, there we go. We can fly a little bit better. But yeah, I would say weight and stamina are going to be my biggest concerns at this point because, yeah, 36 points into weight is not great. And even with 41 points into stamina, or 40 points or whatever it is, the stamina is not great either, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, look how far we've gone already. And we're halfway done with our stands. So, yeah, things are going to get pretty interesting here. And I'm kind of thinking, kind of towards the future, I talked about it before with getting the Pteranodon, then potentially going for griffins and all that kind of stuff. You know, once we get griffins, I mean, we could technically start taking on these alpha creatures. What level are you? You're 50. Okay, I thought that said 150 for a second. And then what about you back there? You're 140. Okay. It's so crazy, this archaeology mod just has so many creatures in it. It's like every creature I've seen so far. And what made me think of the alphas, guys, was, yeah, that guy out there, the alpha buffalo. Or the alpha bison. I'm thinking if we take flight, it's just going to make things a little bit easier. And if we have a really good griffin, you know, especially in the melee department where we can kind of do that like swoop swipe thing where you get just crazy, crazy damage. We do that, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 times. And we might be able to get it done. But anyways, let's see what this green drop has. And there we go. I don't need any of that. I guess we'll technically take that. I'll get rid of you. I'll get rid of you. I'll take you. I will get rid of you, and I will get rid of you. Yeah. That's a bit unfortunate, if I'm going to be honest. So that is better than what we currently have. So let's go from 20 to 32.7. Now, granted, I am going to keep the primitive ones because, like I said, I do want to go ahead and start upgrading these things and see what we can get. And honestly, once we get to Apprentice, I think we could be better at 32.7. So it's good for temporary. It's a temporary fix, but eventually we will go ahead and kind of do that stuff on our own. We also have that alpha trike over there, and I'm curious too, because I believe the one cool thing about the archaeology mod is when you kill these alpha variants, I don't think it's like the normal alpha variants in the game. And by the way, guys, you can let me know, too, since we have the archaeology... I know, I'm saying, like, multiple things at once here. Let me finish up one thought, and I'll go with another. Apparently, with the archaeology mods, I think you can get better loot from them, which is why I'm really, really interested in possibly trying to take out one of these alphas coming up, because if we can get some good loot, yeah, that's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, let's get on to my second thought that I had. Because we have the archaeology mod on, and because it goes ahead and adds alpha creatures, right? Does it get rid of the vanilla alpha creatures? Like, will we never see a vanilla alpha Rex then in this series? You know what I mean? You guys will have to let me know. But a couple things that I want to do before we kind of continue here is I want to go ahead into this, and I want to see what we need for the points. So right now, we need to make 100 stone arrows and 25 thatch structures. That should be really easy to do. Because, I mean, we literally have that. We have a ton of that. I'm going to take all the stuff that I would need for the thatch structures, too. And then what else do you need? It's thatch, fiber, and to make arrows. It's thatch, fiber... and flint, right? Just want to make sure it pops up here before we... Yeah, it's there. Okay, so we just need a ton of thatch at this point. Okay, that's not that bad. And then we'll need a ton of thatch anyways for thatch structures. So, and look at our weight already. Yeah, we're like at... Oh, my God. With barely anything on us. We're at like 75% weight. That's crazy. All right, well, we'll kind of just keep going around. You know what we could do? Why am I bothering with this? Let's just go straight over to the redwoods, and we'll knock down one of those trees. That's just going to give us a ton of thatch at the end of the day. But I think I mentioned it earlier in this episode that I did end up finding some ovises, right? And funny enough, I'm pretty sure... Are they in this area? Where did I see... Oh, never mind. Never mind, never mind. This is where I originally saw the 150 Equus. That's right. Okay, so the ovises are actually going to be right up here. And it's a male and a female vanilla. There they are. There's one of them, at least. There's one right here. They don't have kids, unfortunately. And the other one was kind of... Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they have kids now? That would be sick if they did. Oh, that's an archaeology one. Huh. But yeah, male 90. There's the other one. Female 90. Yeah, they both had the same levels. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, we also have an archaeology one here too, which is nice. So if maybe by killing one of these alphas, we end up getting veggie cakes. Oh man, that would be that'd be awesome, right? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, let's get over to the redwoods real quick. Now, mind you guys, we still have that 150 giga over here, so we gotta be careful when flying. And by the way, we're gonna make the arrows and the thatch structures over here, and I'm gonna drop the thatch structures right away. We don't need thatch structures at this point. But yeah, I gotta be careful with this. Yeah, there's the archaeology giga. It looks really, you know, even that, even though it's the same design, it's not the same design. It's the same body, you know what I mean? They just changed up a couple of colors and patterns and stuff, and it makes it look 100 times better. Like I said before, like, Wildcard, get your shit together. Like, it's not that hard. It makes the vanilla Giga just look so ancient, you know? Just by doing that. Just by adding more color regions to it. Like crazy. I really wish, if you guys remember back in Lost Island, when you tamed a Dinopithecus, the monkey guys, they had a color region for their eyes. And I was really hoping, like, if they go through every creature and change the color region so the eyes can be a color region on every creature, how sick would that be? Honestly, how sick would that be? I think that'd be absolutely awesome. But, well, of course they didn't do it. We can make 100. Perfect. Okay, let's get started with that. Now, I don't want to make the thatch structures yet. I want to see what I can make the most, what I can make 25 of. So we got 33 here. Okay. We can make ladders. We can make 70 ladders. Wow. Okay. I'll probably do ladders then. I feel like that might be the cheapest. 4, 7. 4, 7. Yeah, that's going to also take some. Okay. So yeah, we'll probably make ladders. That's fine. We can make 25 of those. But before we do anything, let's make sure that this is building up. It is. Perfect. Okay. So I guess we can actually set the queue for this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There we go. And let's hope this works. There we go. And now 25 thatch structures. There we go. 1. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see. Now, keep in mind, when you're making thatch structures, guys, the materials that are needed, which is the fiber, the thatch, and the wood, overall, way less than the structure. So, yeah, you're going to be tied down a little bit. So we're just going to kind of hang out right here. We do have 2 levels already, so let's go ahead and put those in. I think we're going to put them into weight. I would like my character up to 500 weight at least. So I think we're going to get started moving in that direction. Now, that puts us at level 43. Now, let's have a quick look and see kind of what we have going on for us here. So, at 43, we officially have access to the harpoon launcher, the locomotive, if we want to spend a stupid amount of money, a stupid amount of resources. Oh, my God, money. Tribe Tower. I don't know if that's really going to do anything in single player. Let's see. Shotgun, simple shotgun ammo, and metal water tanks. That's kind of it. And then greenhouse. And the Pelagornis saddle. Yeah, one of those creatures that... There we go. I believe we got it done there. 3 skill points. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to put it into yet. We could go experience killer to open up this area because one of the things I really like is this... where is it? No, it is this one. Bonded Taming. Creatures you tame get a 10% imprint bonus for you. So before even doing any breeding or anything, potentially if you max this out, you can have 30% imprint already on your creatures, which is nice. Now there's Well-Oiled Machine, which is repair costs of items and structures, reduces by 10%, which is nice. Strong Back might be interesting. It reduces the weight of structures in your inventory by 10%. That's nice. Bloodlust. When you kill an enemy with a melee weapon, you gain 10% movement speed for 5 seconds. That might be really good for us too. But of course, we're only at 3 skill points. So we have Tame and Herbivore, 1,000 stone, 50 structures. This is probably the direction I'm already thinking of going in, but let's see what other ones we have. 3 wild baby creatures, 2,500 berries, 250 raw meat. You know what? This actually might be the easiest. 3 baby creatures is very easy. 2,500 berries, we can use the Equus. 2,500 raw meat, we can use the Pteranodon for that. So yeah, that might be the direction we're going to go in here. Okay, weight-wise, we're okay. We can actually fly. Wow, okay, I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but there we go. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. We got our Pteranodon looking awesome. I don't know if it's going to be next episode or not, but possibly Griffin taming in the next episode just to get ourselves a real formidable flyer. We'll have to see what happens. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you're thinking. If we want to go ahead and upgrade all of our tools to Ascendant, if we want to do that, I'm all down for it. We'll start out the episode doing that, but it is going to take a lot of resources. So I'm going to be busy in the background. Expect a couple of levels to be used right at the beginning of the episode because I imagine I'm going to get a few by going ahead and getting myself some metal. But we'll see what happens. Really excited to see what you guys are thinking. But that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I need to land because we're literally out of stam. And yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.